Okay, so traditional sweep, once you've created it, it's just like any other body in your model. I'm just going to undo that. So undo the mirror, undo the sweep. So I'll keep the sketches, the profile sketch and the path sketch. Now, there's a benefit to doing this as a form instead of a traditional sweep, and I'm just going to go into that now. So I'm going to hit create form. And under create here, I'm going to go down to sweep. So it's going to do exactly the same thing that we did last time. We're going to choose the profile and we'll choose the path. We'll also choose parallel so it comes out in the right direction. You also got the option here for how detailed it is, how many faces that we're creating. You reduce that number of faces, it's going to change the shape which you created originally. Some more so than others. So if I change it to 6, it's more flatter. 7 was really cool, it's a little teardrop sort of shape. So you can squish it right down to something I'll be happy with. It will automatically sort of make the appropriate number it feels. I wouldn't change that one so much. Maybe this one, we've changed the number which run crossways. Probably to like 2 or 3. In this case, I've got 1 through the middle and just the 2 on either side. And these are the ones we're going to be changing, really manipulating. So you might go 2 or 3 through the middle there. I'll just do 2. So this creates a surface. It doesn't have a thickness to it at this point. We can always add that. We'll add that later. But at this point, it's just a surface. The advantage of making this as a form is that we can modify it now. So I can grab that outside face and I can modify it and I can drag it back or forwards, or I could rotate it. So it gives you a whole bunch more scope, and you could make it thicker in parts if you wanted to, or thinner in parts if you needed. So it just gives you more control over that profile. Create something really funky. So that's the benefit, I guess, of this tool, and also because I've created a middle one, I can even more control over that form. I have no idea if this is legal. I don't think so. You want to check out almost the last page of the technical regs. Second to last page, I think it is. It's got some examples for wing regs in there. Right, so we'll just do something like this, just to do something different. And we'll hit finish. Now, at the moment, this is sort of an open object. It's sort of like a open cylinder. It's got no thickness to it at all, though, the outside skin. It's just what we call a surface. So we're going to head across to the surface modeling, and we'll create a patch. And we're just going to patch that end, and we'll spin it around, and we'll patch this end. Patch that face there. So now this is like a tin can. It's still hollow. It's just got a top on it and a top and a bottom. So you can see here I've got 3 surfaces over in my model browser. And then to turn them into one body and close it all and sort of make it solid shape, we just go to the same in the surface tools, stitch. So choose the middle body first, the big one. That's the surface, and I'm going to stitch that end on it. And spin around and we'll stitch that end on it. Should get green lines on each end. Hit OK. And now this is a body. It's a solid body just like anything else. So then I can do cut extrudes and things like mirrors and all that sort of stuff, just like I can do with any other shape. So there we go. So I guess the form version allows you to control the shape a little bit more if you want to create something a little bit more different and unique. The traditional sweep will do exactly what you ask it to do, but you got less control over the overall shape. So, and of course, because I've created this as a form, I can always go back into that form environment and I can modify it and change it up into something else. So I can modify this shape. I can bring this out, and it will update the final version. So I'm not going to try and break it, but as soon as I hit finish form, it will update it. So that's the benefit, I guess, is you can tweak it and modify it after you've created it. A little bit more control than the traditional one. So hopefully that's useful for your wing designs.